Hello and welcome to Sigil of the Magi. If you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This video is kindly sponsored, and this is a tactical turn-based roguelike deck builder where you play as different factions. Yeah, they've actually taken it in a really nice direction here. Anyway, I'm going to show you what it's all about today. I've already had one run. It was a partial run, mostly because I just wanted to get a good well, shall we say, you know, it's me, a good handle on things. And, well, I think I've gotten a decent hold of the basics. So this is our first faction here, the Royal Vanguard. Often tasked to lead the charge in battle, the Royal Vanguard is an elite battalion that consists of the best soldiers in the entire kingdom of Valandris. At the behest of his council, the king has ordered the court wizard to personally bring a small party with him to investigate the rumors regarding the tomb of Angwar. Okay, so apart from these guys, which, by the way, all have passives that make your decision-making that much more important, because it's on a tile-based system. When you're fighting, there are a lot of different circumstantial, situational kinds of strategic decisions to make, and the battlefield actually makes a difference as well. So you'll see exactly what's going on with that. Anyway, this guy has a passive. As you can see, the knight gains 2 armor for each adjacent occupied tile. Notice how it doesn't say allied occupied tile or enemy occupied tile. It means everything. So as long as the knight is surrounded by things, he is going to be gaining a lot of armor, which is absolutely perfect. The archer, amazing, basically means don't move. As you can see, if the archer has not moved during her turn, increase base damage by 50%. Oh yeah, we are definitely going to try and make the most of that. And then we have the wizard, who has an aura of some kind that allows +1 power to any adjacent ally, and if the wizard is adjacent to 2 allies, +1 power to self. So generally, the strategy that I've been using relatively, I'm going to say relatively well, maybe, maybe not, well, we'll see, is that the wizard and the archer will pretty much stay kind of close to each other so that they can just buff each other. Well, the wizard can buff the archer, and then, you know, we can hopefully tear apart our opponents. Apart from that, we have another faction here called the Guild of Shadows. And you can see here that you're going to be able to unlock these if you beat the game with the Royal Vanguard, which are these guys right here, or if you accumulate enough experience points to unlock. Now, for me personally, I absolutely love the character designs in this game as well, because you see here, Bounty Hunter, Rogue, and Witch. And now, here's the thing here, yeah? Okay, Bounty Hunter. Increase base damage by 50% if the Bounty Hunter makes the first attack of the turn. Again, very strategic. You've got to make sure that your Bounty Hunter is in range of some opponent. Otherwise, it's going to be completely wasted. And then passive for the rogue. Increase base damage by 50% if target is adjacent to another champion other than the rogue. See? And in other words, that means the bounty hunter and the rogue are going to be working synergistically very close to each other. Because obviously then you have the witch, and the witch is another thing where at the start of the turn, adjacent allies gain 3 armor, while adjacent enemies get inflicted with 2 poison. That sounds so incredibly fun. So I'm really wanting to unlock those. Now, otherwise, let's get going. I'm going to play on normal difficulty here. This is my deck, as you can see. Whatever the case, let's move on and get into the game. All right, so we're starting with 150 gold. And obviously, you're going to have the 3 branching paths. I'm probably going to go for the middle path here because it gives us a combat encounter, an event of some kind, and a treasure chest if I decide to go that way. But then we're going to have to face an elite, so we might have some issues with that. Not sure. Let's just see how the first encounter goes. Now, every single time you go into an encounter, from what I have seen, the battlefield is randomly well, shall we say, procedurally generated. So in other words, you have a number of obstacles here. For example, there are bushes, there are obstacles as in tree trunks, there are puddles that actually increase the amount of damage that a unit takes while standing on these puddles. So for me personally, I think it's going to be a great idea for me to place my knight right here I think that's going to be really good because grant 4 armor to any unit occupying this tile at the end of their turn. I think that's amazing. And that's hopefully going to get him attacked as well because he's quite close to the other opponents. So we're basically going to go over there. So the first of all, though, we need to actually place our units because, of course, we only have a certain small starting area. By the way, this starting area is not predetermined every single time you start a battle. You do not always start on the left or the right or in the center or whatever. It's always randomized. So you're going to have to make the most of that. I think I'm actually going to change things up a little bit. And we're going to go and start here, put the archer there, put the wizard there, and there we go. All right, so that sounds pretty good to me. Let's start, and here we go. Turn 1. All right, so there's also a card rack that you probably want to take note of here as well. So the card rack, basically what that does is it allows me to put this on here. So, for example, I can then save this shoot card for later, which reduces the chances, the RNG, of kind of messing me up later on. So having that saved means that my archer can 100% attack in the next turn, which is definitely going to be pretty useful. Apart from that, you can move each of your characters 3 tiles away. Every single one can move 3 tiles away every single time you move. And they can move at any time as well. So you can move 1 by 1, or you can move the whole 3 in one go, so on and so forth. It's really very well done in that regard. Okay, so yeah, apart from that, let's use my wizard staff to deal some damage. Why not? There we go. Zap, zap. There we are. We've zapped him. Oh yes. Now, enemies also have passive abilities. So you can see here, this brawler, he has the passive gain 2 power at the start of each turn. In other words, he's going to be getting attack damage. And he's also going to be getting armor generation and all that wonderful stuff for him. And now this fellow, he's going to attempt to attack us. He's going to also, by the way, when you mouse over enemies, you can see their priority of attack. In other words, you see those little numbers underneath my characters there? He's going to try and attack the archer every single time he can. And of course, he has the same limits that we do. He can move 3 spaces as well. So it's going to take him a little bit of time to get to the archer at the moment. And hopefully we're going to be able to snipe him down as soon as possible. Unfortunately, she is not in range at the moment. So I'm actually going to have to move her a bit closer, which I'm not really that big a fan of. Yep, seems like I will have to move her here. Then we're going to do a little bit of damage. Actually, can I move him here? There we go. Let's move the wizard there so we can get a little bit of extra damage out, because as we saw in the faction select screen, the wizard's passive is going to buff the damage of whoever he's standing next to. So it's very, very important for us to get the archer there. Unfortunately, the archer is doing less damage now because I had to move her, but that's okay. So the knight is now going to get him some armor, and look at that. Whoa, the rogue is actually just going straight for the knight. I'm very surprised about that, actually. I wouldn't have expected that in a million years, but okay, apparently he wanted to do that. Okay, so now we have a bunch of other things that we can do here. I'm probably going to be focusing all of my damage on the rogue here. And I'm probably going to be changing where my archer... Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that, though. We can't move her yet. We need to move her a little bit later on. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of damage, because obviously the knight can only attack in melee, so let's try to do that. Bear in mind, by the way, you have 3 mana every single turn, so every single card that you use has a mana cost associated with it, of course, and you're going to need to make the most of that. Alright, let me see. I'm going to just do this, and then we'll use shoot and just eliminate the rogue. There we go, he's down, and now we can move the archer. We're going to move the archer back here, and now this is going to be really nice, because the knight is going to get good amounts of armor. The wizard is going to be pretty decent. We can actually fire once again with far shot, which is relatively nice too. And I think we can end the turn. I don't really need to worry about anything else. So there we are. Okay, yep, look at that. They're going to do some basic melee. That's absolutely fine. If the wizard takes a little bit of damage too, that's also not terribly bad. So we're just going to eliminate that guy, and now we can just go to town on this fellow. And we can also use provocation if we want to too, which I think is probably a good idea, because you can see here provocation's kind of like a taunt. Basically makes it so that this guy can't attack anyone else next turn. And we're just going to buff ourselves up even harder with all the armor in the world, and this guy is going to do nothing. And then we can just finish him off with the knight. And boom, there you go. Wonderful, right? Yeah, that's our first battle over and done with. And after every battle, you get a little bit of gold, and you get the ability to add a card to your deck. So let's see what I can go for. There's a lot of synergies available in the game as well, so it's probably a good idea to try and synergize early on with the cards that you can pick. Of course, you can decide not to take any cards whatsoever if you're currently happy with your deck as it is. For me personally, I really love trying out new things, so I'm going to be trying to take as many new cards as I can just to get a kind of feel for them. And then in the future, when I do a future run, I'm going to think, oh yeah, actually, you know what? I like to do this kind of build this time. That kind of thing. Anyway, I'm thinking we might want to go for Quick Shot because it is a zero-cost card. It also draws a card, and it does burn it after use, unfortunately, which basically means that you can only use it once per battle, but yeah, maybe it's okay. I don't know. I mean, Armor of Thorns sounds pretty good too, but this is for the wizard, and I don't know how often he's going to get into melee. I mean, he was attacked in this particular fight, but he's the only one that took any damage. This is actually amazing, though. Bellow, gain 14 armor, inflict provoked to all adjacent enemies. I think this actually sounds super powerful, so I might be going for this. I think I will probably go for this. I think that sounds incredibly strong. So let's see how it works. Maybe my positioning is not going to be that good. Anyway, here we go. An open chest sits in a clearing in the middle of the forest. Gold coins glisten from within, illuminated by the sun's rays. Other than a few loose thorny vines surrounding the chest, there doesn't seem to be any apparent danger in the vicinity. Okay, so yeah, for me personally, I think we're probably going to get attacked here by the thorny vines, but we can. I think, you know what? I'm a bit greedy when it comes to treasure chests, so maybe we should just go for it. Should we just go for it? Yeah, why not? Reach in and grab some coins. Okay, so we took 1 damage for 18 gold. That's not too bad. Just as a handful of coins is removed, vines suddenly sprout out from beneath the chest. Covered in thorns, the vines crawl along the ground and quickly encircle the chest, trapping our champions within. Thankfully, other than a few scratches, everyone is otherwise relatively unharmed. And as you can probably expect, if we take more gold from the chest, we're going to be taking increasing damage as time goes on. So I'm going to take another one. There we go. We took even more damage this time. The vines stop crawling. Instead, they begin to constrict, pulling back against the chest. With hardly any space to move, their thorns dig and tear into the group. In the corner of the chest, a mysterious object glows faintly. Maybe just one last grab? Yes, let's do it. Alright, so we took significant damage here. I can only hope that we're going to be able to heal ourselves, but we did get a relic. I'm going to take a look at the relic in just a second. Thorns tear into flesh. With one last concerted effort, the champions hurl themselves against the vines and force their way out of the trap. The vines slither back underground at once, dragging the chest along as they go. The earth rapidly swallows everything whole. In the blink of an eye, all that remains where the chest had been is but freshly turned soil. And this is the relic. Whenever you have 0 cards in hand, draw 1 card. This is actually pretty useful if you're wanting to save a bunch of cards on the saving rack for later on. I think that could be really, really useful. I'm going to see... Okay, here we go. I think we're actually going to go forward. Then we're going to go up to the merchant. Then we'll go to an event. And then we'll go to the rest area. But then we have an elite straight away. But we cannot avoid the elites, as you can see. There's always going to be an elite that we'll have to fight. So this is going to be a little bit problematic, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so as you can see, completely randomized battlefield once again. Enemies are also randomized. This guy I've never seen before. This is a brute. Whoa, that deals a massive amount of damage. Okay, yeah, we're probably... Oh, actually, I think I may have seen him before. Well, whatever the case, we're going to be placing the knight here, archer there, wizard here to buff the archer, of course. All right. Okay, so this is actually looking pretty good because we can now use fast shot. I'm basically just going to do that. We're just going to do some damage really, really early on. And we want the knight to stand around about there. The archer has already moved, so now we can move her. And then we can move the wizard over here too. I'm wondering actually whether I should move him a little bit. Yes, we're going to move him a little bit closer so I can actually use my wizard staff against the brute. Unfortunately, I mean, I could go forward. Do I want to go forward? I'm in two minds about this. I mean, generally I can go forward and then I can slash at this brawler here. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll put the wizard in the bushes, and we'll see what's going on with that. Okay, so then we can slash at the brawler. There we go. And now let's end the turn. Okay, so unfortunately, the knight is going to take quite a lot of damage, I think, here. Maybe. Yeah, 9 damage. All right, that was pretty significant, but that's the thing. If we can actually now eliminate the brute, I think we will be in a great position. Unfortunately, the brute is now in a situation where we cannot hit him with the archer. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. So we're going to have to move her, and then we're just going to have to do some damage. Actually, wait a minute. I think we've got a really good situation on our hands here, actually. Oh, yeah. Okay, oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to do something a little bit unfortunate here. Didn't really want to do this, but I think this is decent. We're going to save... Can I not save Wizard Staff right now? Oh, it seems like I can't save Wizard Staff. Ooh, sad. Okay, I would have loved to have been able to save it for the next turn, but I'm pretty sure we'll get some kind of attacking cards, so I don't think we really need to worry about that. So... now my knight is provoking both of these. These guys are literally just going to be attacking us both times, but that's absolutely fine. As you can see, super easy to defeat them. And we now have the ability to just completely eliminate the brute. Boom, done. That guy's out of there. And then we can also do damage over here. Unfortunately, still not able to eliminate this brawler. But what can I do about it? And otherwise, we're just going to be moving my knight over here so I can provoke the brawler from over there. So he has to actually walk around, or, well, maybe he's not going to walk around. I'm not entirely sure what he's going to do, but thankfully, this fellow only has 2 HP remaining. He's still going to be... Wow, he's still attacking the knight. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. I wouldn't have expected that in a million years, but apparently he did that. And, yeah, otherwise, let's do some damage here, and then we'll just move like so. Nice little wizard staff attack, and shoot! There we go. And I believe we are pretty much done. And this guy's powering himself up pretty hard, so we really do need to finish him off now. But thankfully, that is exactly what we're going to do. I can only hope a rest area is going to give me a decent amount of HP back. Let's hope, right? Okay, so here we go. Now we have the choice between more cards. Burn 2 cards in hand, gain 3 power, 3 thorns, and 9 armor. That could be really powerful. It's also an upgraded version of the card, as you can see, because we do have a plus by the name. So that actually could be very useful. Burning 2 cards in the hand, however, is maybe harsh. It might be way too harsh for us to do that, I think. Knocking back the target could be good. Yeah, let's knock back the target. Why not? That sounds decent enough. Alright, so we're going to go to the merchant because I have 248 gold. Not entirely sure if that's a decent amount, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, it is easily enough for us to buy any of these relics, which is exactly what I want to do. Whenever a champion inflicts a negative status effect upon a target, also inflict... Wow! 1 bleed. Okay, that's super nice. At the start of the turn, you can choose to burn 1 card to draw another. If you do so, this relic cannot be used until 2 turns later, or... once per turn, if you have 10 cards in the hand, plus 2 mana, and all champions gain 1 power. Wow. Okay, that's very powerful. But 10 cards in hand? I don't know whether I'm ever going to have that. I really don't. Yeah, I would like to do this. I want the Bleeding Mask, because I'm always a huge fan of damage over time effects. I think that sounds super fun. But I don't have a huge amount of negative status effects. So I'm going to buy it just because. and we'll see if something is decent here. Burn a random hindrance card in the hand, if any. I could buy a fireball. Let's buy the fireball. Why not? There we go. That's all I have available to us. Now let's go into the event. Wait up! A traveling merchant comes running up to the champions. He takes a moment to collect his breath before launching into his sales pitch. I have a great deal just for you. For a small fee, I'll show you 3 random cards and you get to have whichever one you please. However, you have to pick a card among the 3. Well, I have 0 gold, so I have to reject the offer. Understandable. Perhaps we shall meet again. Fair journey to you. And with that, the merchant is off, no doubt seeking his next customer. I can assume that he was attempting to scam us, possibly. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully next time around we'll get an opportunity to try it out. Alright, so we have the ability to upgrade a card in our deck. We can gain 25% of our HP, of all of our HP that is, or we can pick a single champion to restore 50%. I'm going to go for the group rest, of course. That is much more useful to me at the moment. And then we're going to be going into the elite fight. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is going to be harsh. What is that? That is a bandit cleric. Okay, that is not looking good. That is not looking good for me whatsoever. I'm going to have to eliminate this brute really fast, in my opinion. So I'm not sure how that's going to really work, but we're going to try it out nevertheless. Oh wow, this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be hard. Okay, I think this is gonna. all right, here we go. Yeah, let's just start and see what we can do. Okay, so I can move forward. Not sure if I really want to move forward right now, but I think, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. There we go. Okay, I think this looks pretty decent, and we can also save some cards as well. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save defend. Gonna save the gust of wind. And we'll probably save provocation as well. And I think that should be fine. Now, they're obviously going to move towards us relatively quickly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the brute is now within range. Nice. Exactly what we wanted. 2 double shoots right here. That's absolutely amazing. We can also use gust of wind if we want to too, but yeah, unfortunately, I am actually going to have to move my archer, which is not exactly what I wanted to do, but we will have to do it if we want to do some damage to this guy. There we go. We can also move this fellow up here and maybe do a little bit of a slash. There we go. I kind of just want to get this guy out of the way super quickly. We could actually gain some armor here, which might make sense, so I'm going to do that. I could do gust of wind, but that's not actually going to do anything for us right now. So we're just going to buff ourselves a little bit. We are going to take some damage from the brute, but I think it's necessary. It also pushes us back, which is actually not too bad. He's going to... Oh no, he buffed him. Okay, that's really harsh. Alright, here we go. This is where things get dicey. Alright, here we go. Let's see now. I'm going to go for a magic armor, I think, first. And then we're going to go over here. We're gonna need to. Oh, we're gonna need to do some damage to this guy. I mean, really. Oh, this is painful. This is very painful. We're gonna have to move here. There we go. And then we'll do some more damage to this guy. Unfortunately, I don't have any more mana to, do anything. So that's gonna be a bit bad, isn't it? Okay. So he might actually attack the archer. So I'm just gonna use dexterity for the moment, just in case. Look at my knight. He's got 12 armor right now. Unfortunately, the wizard is taking a bit of a battering here, but that's okay because the brute still actually attacked the knight, which was actually perfect for us. I could go for bellow here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that's a little bit of a waste. As you can see, the brute actually gained healing. He did get healing from the bandit cleric. So we are going to continue wailing on this guy, trying to get him dead as soon as possible, because he's going to do the most damage. Boom, there we go. The brawler is probably going to be doing some pretty insane damage as well, so we've got to bear that in mind, but I can't do much about that. We're going to have to move the wizard back. Let's move the knight back as well. I think this seems like a pretty decent idea. Oh, we need to kill this guy. He's standing on a puddle. That's absolutely perfect. If he stands on a puddle, he takes 50% increased damage. That is exactly what we want. So let's hope that I can actually do that. Oh, a defensive aura. That could be amazing, but I think I'm actually just going to go for continued aggression. Look at that, 15 damage. Yeah, this guy is so incredibly dead. Boom. There you go. That's exactly what we wanted. And now, now maybe we want to start focusing on someone else, or maybe we want to just go more defensively. Well, I don't know. More defensively seems like the way I would, seems the way I'm going actually at the moment. So there we go. 10 armor. Hopefully that's going to be enough to be able to survive. Whoa, this brawler is doing so much damage right now. This is really, really bad for us. I'm thinking we might try to move back. I'm going to shoot. And then we're going to move back. We're going to move over here, actually. We're going to move here and here. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to do a little bit of extra damage. The wizard can obviously do some damage over here. This is an obstacle, so they can't actually go around that, which is perfect. And hopefully, because we are now in the bush, it's going to... Whoa, this brawler is doing so much damage. Wow. Okay. This is very problematic. Yeah, thankfully... Oh, we might be okay. I'm gonna move this guy here so we can do more damage with the archer. There we go. Oh, that's not enough. It's not enough. We're gonna have to do magic armor. There we go. Magic armor is going to have to be it. And then I will move the wizard over there once again. There we go. All right. That's going to give him 16 armor. Hopefully that's going to be enough to prevent him to... Yeah, wow. He only took 1 damage as a result of that. That was really good. Okay. Yeah, so this guy's now dead. Or he should be dead at the very least. Can I actually do something? I kind of wanted to... I wanted to eliminate him in one go, but that's unfortunately not going to happen. Let's do a nice little slash here. And shoot. Finally, he's dead. Okay. Whew. Now I can take it a little bit easier, you know. Now I can take it a little bit easier. We can actually make things, you know, a little bit more relaxed. But yeah. That was very harsh. That was very harsh indeed. Okay, so really what I want to do now is I would love if I could get my wizard behind the bandit cleric. If I could get him behind the bandit cleric, then I can basically move him or push him onto the puddle, which makes him take 50% more damage. So playing around these kinds of battlefield attributes, I guess you could kind of call them, that is basically half the battle in my opinion. I think that they really do make a huge difference. They really do. So if I could do that, that would be amazing. But I'm kind of not believing that I can really do that at the moment. But shall we try it out? Let's just try it out and see what happens. Okay, I can't use far shot because I am an idiot and I went way too close. So I'm just going to use armor here. Armor. Yeah, far shot. Let's just save far shot just in case, and there we go. All right. So yeah, that's actually the reason why, by the way, I saved Gust of Wind before, because I wanted to, my plan was actually to knock one of these guys into the puddle. That was my plan, at least initially. And, well, it's obviously not really worked out too well so far, but that's not too big a deal, I guess. But yeah, I do need to get the wizard moving in there. Let's just buff ourselves a little bit. Can't do any more damage. He's going to attack the archer, I see. Oh, he's moving. Ah, yeah. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, I wanted to do that, but of course, the AI is going to know. They're going to know that I'm trying to do that kind of thing. So, unfortunately, that is going to be a little bit problematic. Can I do it some other way? I don't think so. We're just going to have to go for him, I guess. Let's just go for a little faraway shot here. Fireball and a slash. Then we'll go for dexterity just in case he attacks. I should have gone for defense, I guess, maybe. But the knight has a decent amount of defense as it is. And you can see here, most of the time, the bandit cleric is just going to be healing and buffing himself, which is understandable. And yeah, we're just going to continue firing away at him. Okay, unfortunately don't have enough range for this. Just burning through his armor here. This guy's going to try and... Is he going to try and run away? No, he's not trying to run away. Okay, that's a little strange, I got to say. It's a little strange. I would have expected him to do that. Let's go for this. There we go. We got another slash. And I can also use dexterity here. Yeah, if we get to the next rest area, I'm going to be healing my knight. 100% going to be healing my knight. That's going to be so incredibly useful. Oh, wow. Never mind. Okay, the wizard just took massive damage. That was actually really bad. Oh, well. I can't really do much about that. I am going to try... okay, yeah. That's a little bit problematic, isn't it? Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something like this. Can I actually use this? Okay, yeah, I can. Oh, wait a minute. I can knock him diagonally. Oh, in any cardinal direction. I should have read that. I should have read that closer. I should have read that closer. That would have made all the sense in the world. Can I actually... Oh, wait a minute. There is literal environmental kills? I had no idea. I've never had one of these pushback things. Okay, if I had known that, I would have pushed him into the tree trunk much, much earlier. That would have made all the sense in the world, but okay. Anyway, now that we know that, that's great, because that means, look at this. Gale Shield grants 7 armor, and it also knocks back all adjacent units by 1 tile. So if the wizard is surrounded by enemies, boom, you can just use that. Or Shield Bash, gain 4 armor and deal 4 damage, knock back the target by 1 tile. That sounds amazing too, because the knight is going to be probably the most maneuverable of all of them. So I'm thinking maybe we'll take this, but Danger Sense sounds pretty fun. Gain 2 power if adjacent to an enemy. Not sure if I really want to do that. It's only 2 damage. Yeah, gonna go for Shield Bash. I think that sounds a bit better for us. And the Frozen Teardrop at the end of the turn. All champions gain 1 armor for each card stored in the card rack. Aha, so we should probably have more cards in the card rack then. Okay, so for me personally, I'm not going to go for these extra enemies here. I think I don't really want to put my run at, in jeopardy, basically. Just to fight 2 more, because we are going to gain more cards. Do bear that in mind. We will gain more cards from going into these fights. But then there's a boss. Or whatever this is. I don't really know what that is, but... yeah, okay. We're just going to go here and get the treasure chest, and that's going to give me another relic. Oh, that's amazing. All champions start combat with 7 armor. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Okay, so that's great. And as I said to you before, we're probably going to be going for the 25% HP. Well, I don't really want to do that, though, because that only restores the knight to 39 HP. But the wizard is extremely low in HP, as it is, 26. So if I increase him to 40, yeah, this is a difficult decision. Can I actually see, 54, that's actually amazing. If I have the knight at 54 HP, but then they're just going to focus on the wizard. But then, if I think about it, I can maybe make it so that they, so that they specifically target the wizard. I'm going to heal the knight for now. Let's hope that that was the right decision, shall we? Alright, let's do this. Oh my, hello there. Okay, this is, what is this? Iron Claw. Okay, he has the ability to debilitate. Oh dear. Okay, that is very problematic. Let's just say that. That is very, very problematic. Although, to be fair, I think the most problematic thing that we can see so far is the Brawlers. I think the Brawlers are just going to absolutely murder us if we allow them to, so we're gonna have to do something about that. All right, yeah, so we're just gonna, I guess we'll just focus on the Brawlers first of all. That's what we're gonna do, just gonna focus on them, and we'll see what we can do with this. Okay, so I think it's probably a good idea for me to move the knight over here straight away, and I can do a far shot, which is absolutely perfect. We have Wizard Staff, and we have... whoa, yeah, we have a bunch of things that we can do with the Wizard, which is amazing. So I think we're just going to go do a far shot with this. Can I move back over here? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We can actually do damage with all of our cards here, too. So 9 damage, 8 damage. Can I knock him back into an enemy? Look at that. We can actually knock them against each other, and they actually take... they both take damage, which is actually amazing. I love that. Okay, so there we go. This guy's almost dead. And now I'll move the archer into the bushes to try and protect the wizard a little bit as well. And there we have it. Alright, so the brawlers are obviously not going to be attacking on the first turn. That's something that you've got to realize. They're only going to be buffing themselves with additional power, which is really not that big a deal. That's actually fine, you know, that's not a problem at all. But the main issue comes in where I literally have to move my knight to slash at this guy. Oh dear. Okay, dexterity is definitely going to be useful. I could do shield bash and actually bash this guy away. Which I think I will do, and then we'll move into range against him, and then we'll do magic armor to buff the knight once again. And there we have it. Okay. Let's hope he attacks. Yep, there we go. This is that's a perfect thing. Okay, I made a good decision right there. Ooh, it's a surprise. It's a big surprise that I made a good decision for once. Okay. Anyway, let's okay, wait a minute. I think oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I would have loved to have had a little bit of extra damage here, because look at this. This guy's got 1 HP. Very, very sad that we didn't have just a little bit more, but I guess that's the point. I could have had more if I had taken the what was that other card that gave the archer +2 power? Yeah, that thing. Anyway, now we only have the boss, so I suppose it's not going to be too bad. Let's move the archer away. Don't really mind if she does a little bit less damage. Wow, 4 damage? Really? Why only 4 damage? Okay, I'm going to put that on the rack actually, because I don't really want to deal with that right now. And we're just going to do a slash, and we'll just bash him away. Let's just continue to kind of pin him down, as it were, trying to make it so that he doesn't get too close to the wizard. I mean, he wants to kill. What does he want to kill? He apparently wants to kill the knight. Well, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, he wants to kill the wizard, as you can quite clearly see. So yeah, that is a bit of an issue, but I think we should be fine. Can I? No, I can't reach. Okay, so let's put the wizard here, and then the archer here. There we go. Okay, so this is... he's going to use... oh, okay, so target loses 2 power when he uses debilitate. That's a thing that we need to be very aware of. Let's use gust of wind. Let's move him over there. And now we can move the knight here. And the wizard can move into the bushes, hopefully. Oh, he can't attack from there? Oh, sad. Okay. That's fine. Is it fine? I'm actually worried now that the guy is going to go, yep, as I thought. That is the thing that I was actually worried about. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, let's move back here. Let's go there. There we go. All right. Okay. Defensive aura, I think, is probably going to be kind of useful. But I still want to do some damage. It seems like my knight is the one that can do the most damage at the moment, so hopefully he's not going to go around again. Oh, he is. Okay, yeah, we need to get the wizard far away. We need to get the wizard far away, so let's just move him really, really far, and then we'll move the archer far as well. Just enough so that we're still in range, of course, and then we're just going to do some damage here. Basically, we're just going to try our hardest to keep our wizard alive. That's the only thing that my goal is right now. Okay. Yeah, so we can also shield bash, which is absolutely perfect. So let's just do that. Yeah, this is... now, see, now this is the problem. Now we can't... oh, no, we can actually do some damage. Okay. We're actually in range. Oh, that's nice. We can also use far shot. That's great. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Yeah, we can actually use our card rack here a little bit too, which is very nice. Okay. Hopefully he can't reach the wizard from here. He's trying. He's repositioning himself. Have you noticed? Yeah, he's repositioning himself. He's being a bit sneaky here. So I'm going to move the wizard a little bit further. Going to move the archer into a position as well. Seems like we can't fire from there, so I'll just have to reposition once again. That's okay. It's okay. Not a problem. And we'll go for a nice little slash here as well. We basically just have to stay alive at this point, and hopefully that's going to be all that we need to do. Unfortunately, this fellow does have the debilitate attack, and that is going to make things much, much harder for us in the long run. And so being able to deal damage is hard because, you know, he's reducing our attack damage every single time he uses that. Let's just do this. Let's move over here, actually, and I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's decent. He is doing more damage though. Okay, wait a minute. We might need to use Bellow here. I don't want to do that, but we might need to. He's gonna... What is he gonna do next? He's gonna do level up. Ignore immunity and remove all other status effects. Gain 2 immunity and 2 power. Immunity prevents a status debuff. And he also gains 2 power, which increases his attack damage. So he's not going to be attacking next turn. He's just going to be using level up. So I don't need to use Bellow this time. So I'm going to just move my wizard over here, use my attack, and then we will go for the next turn. Okay, so yeah, he's just going to be buffing himself basically. And this is, I think that's his death sentence, I think. I think that is his death sentence, him taking the time to level up there. There you go. Whew, we did it. All right, amazing that the wizard was able to actually live. And we can now add a card. Okay, well, add 2 cards by the looks of things, potentially. Okay, so deal 10 damage, inflict provoked. If target is already provoked, deal 100% more damage. Ooh, I think I like that. Or deal 4 damage twice to any target. Inflict weakened. If target loses HP and already has weak, inflict 2 bleed instead. Oh, this is great for this. Bleeding mask. Don't think I haven't forgotten. Don't think I've forgotten about that, because that is amazing. That is actually really good. But this is also amazing. I really have no idea. I think we're probably going to be going for dual shot here. I think that sounds kind of fun. And we also gain a bonus. Okay, so here we go. Now we can pick a reward of some kind. So +1 mana every turn. So that gives us 4 to use. Might be good. +1 card draw every turn and +1 card rack size. In my opinion, we've got to go for the mana. I think that's just way too good to pass up, so that's what we're going to go for. And there we are. All right, so we actually achieved victory on that stage. And now we are on the next level. All right, here we go. Okay, so where do we want to go first? Well, I have a lot of money, so technically going to the merchant might be a good way to go. So let's go for the fight up here. Oh dear. All right, we got different enemies. We got different enemies to fight. Okay, neophytes, Draculae. Oh my. Okay, yeah, this is actually going to be a bit scary. Okay, I'm actually wondering whether I should just go super hard immediately. Go really aggressive. Oh, wait a minute. There are new obstacles as well. Inflict 2 poison on any unit that comes into contact. Inflict again at the start of the turn. All right, this is amazing. This basically means that positioning and the ability to knock enemies into these things going to be very, very useful. And I'm actually going to think about doing something like that very quickly. So let's see if I can make that work. Actually, let me swap these around. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. All right. Actually, let's put the archer there. Is the archer in range? I don't think the archer is in range, actually. No, not in range of anything, actually. Yeah, that's a bit problematic. But she can always move, I suppose. I guess that's fine. All right. I'm maybe thinking, a little bit too in-depth about it. Okay. Anyway, gust of wind. Absolutely perfect. What I'd like to do is poison this guy almost immediately. So I'm going to try with moving the wizard down, moving this, using that. Oh, I can't push him into that. Oh, sad. Okay, well, what about... I'm not sure what I can do here. I could... Oh, no, I got it. I got it. All right, here we go, here we go. Gust of wind up here. And then we'll move the knight down, shield bash, boom, right into the poison. There you go. He's now poisoned. Or at least, I hope he is. I hope he will be poisoned soon enough. We have more mana to spend now. Bear that in mind. So this is absolutely amazing, because that means that I will be able to inflict more damage. Let's place the archer around about here. We'll start doing damage to this fellow over there. And the wizard can stand here, do some more damage to this guy. And boom, there we go. That is amazing. Love that. Okay, so let's go for provocation. We'll save that on the card rack for now. Okay, did he actually get poisoned? Yeah, he got poisoned, as you can see. He did get poisoned. Okay, perfect. So he took 2 damage from that, which is obviously not amazing, but that is actually enough for us to potentially finish him off. And that's the kind of thing that I've been looking for. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Ah, okay, the archer has been weakened. Okay, the archer has been weakened. And also, these guys have passives, as you can see. Well, actually, the Cultist Initiate is the one that has the passive that I might need to watch out for, which is, when this unit dies, it creates a bomb on the tile it occupied. Okay, that is going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, apart from that, this is going to be super, super simple. So we just need to do a nice little slash, move up here, and then we'll do dual shot. Dual shot on both of these, because that actually applies bleeding to both of them, which is absolutely perfect, and also applies weakened to both of them. And then we can do fast shot, and then we can just move away. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to move all the way over there. And then the wizard will move over here, because if they want to attack the wizard, they are going to have to stand on the poison mushrooms. Although, to be fair, the Draculae over there can basically just fly over these obstacles, as far as I can tell. Yes, as you can see, it's a flying unit. So, not really going to do much there. But apart from that, let's just do a little bit more damage to it. And there we have it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so that guy's actually, yeah, as I said, that guy wants to attack the wizard, but that's fine because he's now poisoned himself. Perfect, absolutely perfect. And now we can just basically just go. Nice little slash right there. And then we'll just move here, move this guy there. I would have loved some kind of knockback right now, but unfortunately I don't have that. So we're just going to have to make do. And we can actually do, I'm going to move here just so that I can do defensive aura, so that everyone gets armor. This guy's going to do 0 damage to us right now. Yep, 0 damage. And he's also poisoned once again. Let's do dual shot, 14 damage total. And there's the bomb, but the bomb doesn't matter because we finished the battle itself. Okay, perfect. Whoa, I love it. I love it. Absolutely wonderful synergies are starting to crop up now. Super nice. All right, so what do we have here? Ashen Armor, burn 1 card in the hand. Not a big fan of that. I might actually go for another Shield Bash. Another Shield Bash could be really, really useful, being able to knock enemies into obstacles, into poison fields in this case, into puddles in the previous biome. Could be very, very useful. So I'm going to go for Shield Bash. All right, a treasure chest. Okay, let's hope for another good relic. Okay, what do we get here? If the champion has less than 5 thorns, gain 2 thorns at the start of the turn. That sounds amazing. Okay, that sounds really, really good. And we're just going to be... Oh, technically... Okay, wait a minute. Technically, I don't have to fight another elite if I don't want to, because what we can do is we can take the center path all the way down over here until the third junction. Then we can go over to the events, 2 events in a row, and then we can go to the rest area, and then that's basically it. However, I'm then thinking, well, why wouldn't I go into the elite fight? Because I'm pretty much full HP. We're going into a merchant with 385 gold, which we would miss if I went into the center lane right now. So I'm thinking we'll go to the merchant. Hello there, sir. All right, let me see. I would love to buy some relics. Okay, let's have a look here. The first time you burn a card each turn, gain 1 mana. Not a big fan. Every 3rd attack on a single enemy unit in a turn inflicts weak. That is actually amazing. Gonna be buying that straight away. Okay, what else do we have here? Hollow Strike could be amazing because it actually is a 0 cost spell for the wizard. Deal 10 damage. It does create 2 junk in the card, but maybe that's not that big a deal. Not entirely sure. Oh, Thunderblast sounds fun. Choose any 2 targets and swap their armor. That could be amazing. Think about that. If an opponent, like a boss or an elite, has, I don't know, 30 armor or something like that, then you swap. I think that's way too powerful to give up, isn't it? I think that is way too powerful to give up. So I'm probably going to be taking that. Yeah. I'm going to have to do that, I think. That's way too good. Yeah, that is way too good. So we can also remove the card if we want to. So I'm thinking we probably will do that. But what card do I want to remove? I actually haven't used Bellow that much. So I think I might have to get rid of it. because it's 2 mana cost. But the thing with the 2 mana cost is that I now have 4 mana total. So it's actually not even that bad to use any further. I think that's actually okay. So maybe I don't even need to remove any cards at the moment. Ooh, In Guard looks cool. Yes, On Guard, sir. Let's do this. Okay, so yeah, I think that actually seems pretty fun. But I never really use these kinds of things, do I? I never really use defensive cards. So it might be a waste. Ah, you know what? Let's go for it. Why not? Okay. I mean, we're going to need all the help we can get against a Berserker Vanguard. Okay, that sounds pretty damaging, doesn't it? Oh dear. Okay, well, whatever the case, what is that? A Rune of Immunity. Grants 2 armor and 1 immunity to any unit occupying this tile at the end of their turn. Okay, that sounds perfect. Let's just place these guys on the other side of each other, and then we'll just place the knight over there. Unfortunately, we don't really have any opportunity to do anything else, so we pretty much will just be saving a bunch of these shield bashes, and I'm going to hope that I'll be able to push... Wow, there's actually a Berserker Mage as well. This is a bit problematic. Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. Otherwise, we'll just go for Slash here and Wizard Staff over there too. And that also provides us with a benefit because, as you can see, all champions gain 1 armor for each card stored in the card rack. So we're gaining 4 armor just by having these cards in the card rack right now, which is actually kind of amusing, amazing, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, let's see what we can do. I can move forward. I want to murder the Berserker Mage pretty badly, but I can't do anything about that just yet. I'd like to use an attack on them. Let's use this. We are inflicting... Are we inflicting weak? Yeah, every 3rd attack. Okay, every 3rd attack inflicts weak. That could be so incredibly useful. So I think we're actually going to have to try something here. We can do Shield Bash to bash this guy. They're going to... Yeah, look at that. Double damage right now. Being able to deal double damage here. And we're also inflicting bleeds as well, which is actually kind of amusing. And we can also now do a slash if we want to, which I think we will probably do. And let's put dexterity on the card rack here. We can also do defend, which I think I will probably do. Let's move the wizard over here. And we'll go for... Should I go for a defensive aura? Yeah, let's go for the defensive aura just in case. This guy's actually going to be doing a lot of damage, as you can see. He's going to deal 16 damage and inflict bleed each time the target loses HP. So that's the reason why having some armor is really, really useful. Because if we can prevent the bleeds from being applied, then that's absolutely perfect. Twin Blast is attacking, but doesn't seem to have done anything, amazingly enough. Okay, that's pretty good. And we can now do... Oh, we got a bunch of shoots. Oh yeah, that's absolutely perfect. Okay, yeah. So I'm basically just going to be attacking this guy. Just going to be continuing to attack this guy as much as possible. Just trying to eliminate him really, really quickly. There we go. And he's going to be buffing himself with armor, but as we know, my armor stealing, swapping thing is available probably next turn, because we are probably going to be getting some additional cards there. Oh, look at that guy. He literally just got himself poisoned by moving. That's actually hilarious. And we can also... Oh, wow, this is actually kind of funny. All right, so wait a minute. Maybe I can actually do this. Let's see. Gust of wind. Let's push him into push him into the poison. Absolutely perfect. And let's continue to deal damage. Actually, can I? Yeah, we can continue to deal damage against this guy, but we're not going to be able to get through his armor just yet. There we go. There's a little bit of extra damage being done to him. And I guess I'll just do On Guard. I do have one more mana, but that's not enough. Sad. We could do Provoke. And then we'll do Defend. Just to make sure. This guy might actually move around and try to attack the archer. No, he's not. No. Never mind. But he is completely done, in my opinion. He is completely done. And Dual Shot has just come up. And there's the armor swap when I needed it before, but I'm going to put that on the card rack just to save it. You know, it's going to be pretty useful for us. And I'm actually just going to go Dual Shot. Actually, no. We're going to do this, just a regular shot, then move forward. Can I do dual shot now? Nope, I still cannot. Let's do dual shot now. There we go. Boom, so much damage. Yes, there we go. Let's move over here, do some more damage to this fellow. And we're just continuing to inflict weakened. That's the funny thing. He has, how many? He has -4 power, he has weakened, he has 2 poison, and he has 4 bleed. Yes, that's actually kind of incredible, isn't it? Yes, the synergies that you can get in this game are amazing. I'm actually really surprised that I've even gotten this far, to be honest. Usually in these kinds of games, I always die on the first biome, but I'm really, really pleasantly surprised I was able to do slightly better. But I think that's probably just because it's slightly more tactical and more deliberate than most roguelike deck builders, because what you're going to get with those is you're going to get a lot of RNG, whereas the card rack actually makes a huge difference to that RNG, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but whatever the case, let's see. We can move here and then actually knock this guy into the poison, but the problem with doing that is that I'm actually going to poison myself, so I'm just going to move here instead, and then we can knock him into the poison. There we go. And now I can't really do much about this. We're just going to have to do fast shot right here. And the cool thing is we've already attacked twice, so this is going to proc or activate our cold steel relic, which is actually amazing. So we can now do that once again, which is going to be additional bleed, additional weakened, and so on. And so now, oh, the wizard can't move any further. Oh, sad. Okay, well, it's okay because we can actually just move over like so. I'm just moving into melee range precisely because I want this guy to have a more difficult time getting out. And he's going to do some damage to us, of course, but that's really not that big a deal. And what we're going to do is we're just going to move here. I did take... am I poisoned, actually? Did I just poison myself? No, I don't think so. Let's move a little bit closer, and now we're just going to shield bash him. And he is completely trapped. Absolutely trapped. He cannot move. He is done. That is a done fellow right there. Alright. There we are. Okay, so that was an elite. Not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought. But obviously the boss is just around the corner. There we have it. Okay, we got a wooden fish. If 2 or fewer cards were played during your turn, gain 1 mana next turn. Storing cards does not count as playing. Ooh, that is actually super nice. That adds an additional layer of strategy right there. Otherwise, let's have a look. Picky Shooter. Okay, deal 7 damage, only playable when the card rack is full. That's actually hilarious. I'm going to go for Heavy Swing though, because dealing 12 damage and inflicting vulnerable and weak sounds like an amazing idea, so I'm going to be taking that. And we'll take the wooden fish too, and then we'll move on. Alright, so now, as I said to you before, we can go into these 2 combat encounters if we want to, but I don't really see the point in that. We're just going to go in the rest area, and we're going to do a group rest. So everyone is basically back up to full HP. And now we can go into these 2 events. And I'm actually really interested to see what these events are all about. You know, I love these events. A stone basin stands conspicuously alone in the vast empty expanse of the cave. As the champions near, they spot runic words carved on the inside of the basin, posing a question. Blood or gold? Alright, actually... I don't want to do either of these because I don't have enough gold, in my opinion. Gold. The gold magically disappears the moment they touch the bottom. A warm glow emanates from the basin, engulfing the entire group for a brief moment before fading away. The champions feel healed and energized. Okay, now that's actually incredible. That would have been amazing if I still needed healing. If I'd known, then I would have obviously not healed myself at the rest stop, and instead I would have upgraded a card or something, but oh well. Anyway, the champions are carefully making their way across a path full of poisoned shrooms when they are suddenly engulfed by strange glowing lights, a magic trap. Thankfully, this simple magic barrier can be easily disrupted by siphoning its arcane energy to other purposes, like, say, casting a transformation spell. Okay, so we can transform a relic if we want to. I think all of my relics are actually alright. So I'm going to transform a card. And we're going to transform the... Oh, which card do I want to transform? Oh, no. Oh, see, now this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Okay, I think Dexterity. I never use this. So let's do it. It transformed into Shout of Valor. That's actually pretty cool. The transformation spell drained enough of the barrier's arcane energy for a gap to open up momentarily. The champions quickly step through, leaving the barrier behind. Alright, let's go back into the rest stop once again, and now we can train, so now we can actually upgrade a card. So, let me see here. Ooh, Shield Bash Plus. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? That really does sound like fun. Maybe we want to do something like that, or is there something better? Is there something better that we want to go for? I don't know, I feel like Shield Bash sounds really, really cool. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I love Shield Bash. Let's do it. Okay, that sounds great, and now it's boss time. Alright, what do we have here? We have Apostle of Disruption, Apostle of Might, and Apostle of Restoration. If this unit dies, it will be revived at 50% after 3 turns, so long as there are other units with Soulbind still active. So they have to all die at the same time. Yeah, all within 3 turns of each other, that is. Okay, this is going to be pretty difficult because I was going to say I'm just going to focus on the Apostle of Restoration because this is the healing one, of course. So the question becomes, how can we eliminate all of these at the same time or within 3 turns the easiest way possible or the most efficient way possible? And the only real way that I can answer that is the poison. Yeah. We're going to try. We're going to try to get them on the poison as much as possible. Let's move these guys around about here, and then we'll just start. Don't think it really matters where we start most of the time. All right, so let's have a look-see. What are they actually going to do first? Basic ranged attack, Crimson Flow, deals 10 damage and inflict vulnerable, inflict bleed if target loses HP. Wow, okay, that's actually kind of harsh. Okay, basic melee. Really? Okay, so the Apostle of Restoration seems to be a melee character, and the Disruption one seems to be a ranged character. And the other fellow, the Apostle of Might, seems to be a bit problematic and kind of harsh. Okay, well, whatever the case, I think we'll probably go on the immunity space here. Oh, I can't shoot from there? Are you serious? Ah, sad. Okay, Okay, we're gonna have to do defensive. Boom, like so. Let's go for a shoot and a shoot. And there we have it. Okay, so we've got a massive amount of armor here. Even if they do Crimson Flow on us, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay, we're gonna try something here. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not sure if this is gonna really work. Look at this. Wow, okay, regenerate, or shall we say rejuvenate. It grants 3 regenerate and 4 thorns to any ally. Wow. Okay, this one's using Crimson Flow once again. Not a big fan of that. Interference. Okay. Let's do this. I just want to try and deal some damage. That's pretty much all I can really do. Let's see now. 2 or fewer cards. So, here's the thing. I could move over here. We could deal some damage. I think that's probably a good plan. So, let's deal some damage. And then we can actually move... Wait a minute. I'm not entirely sure who they're going to attack. So, I'm going to move the wizard over here. And then we're just going to attack this. Because the wizard is also going to gain immunity from bleeding effects and things like that. So Crimson Flow, okay, Crimson Flow is going to hit the archer, which is a bit problematic. So I will try to move the archer onto this. It's going to take a little bit of damage from the bleed, but that's okay. And now magic armor is available. Shield Bash. Okay, so this is the reason why I want Shield Bash. But unfortunately, now we are in a situation where we can't really do much because they've just buffed themselves with this wonderful armor increasing thing. Grant 1 power, 7 armor, and heal 10 HP to any ally, including self. Wow, okay. Huh. Okay, I actually don't know. We could go here, then do shield bash into the obstacle, which is going to do a little bit of damage. Let's do a buff to get us a bit more longevity. Let's buff the wizard. Okay, let's see what happens here. The wizard is taking a bit of a battering at the moment, but thankfully poison did get afflicted, which is quite nice. And let's move... Okay, wait a minute. Armor swap? Oh, yeah, we could do armor swap. This is actually kind of perfect. We could do armor swap here and there. And there you go. Now she's got no armor, which is perfect. And I'm thinking we're actually going to go here. We're going to use shield bash. Boom, like that. Right through the poison, which is pretty perfect. And we can even do provocation. So we can provocate this guy. And then we can do far shot. I'm basically just trying to do as much damage and do as much... anything to all of them as I can. That's pretty much what I want to do, and I'm going to try and keep these other fellows that I have in my party in these places. That's going to make all the sense in the world, in my opinion. So let's do on guard here, actually. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, so they're going to give themselves armor. That is to be expected, of course. Okay, the archer is taking a bit of a battering, but that's okay as well. That's actually not a big deal. Unfortunately, the problem is they are now completely flooding my deck filled with junk. That's actually one of the reasons why some of the cards that you can gain are geared towards giving, or should we say, removing these hindrance cards. So that's actually something that I have not done this entire time, which is really, really bad, but... I probably should have done that. Let's move back here. I can't do anything else. I can do a little bit of damage with the archer. I guess I will do that. Like so. I mean, we're getting them low. We're getting them low, but the unfortunate thing is that my archer is going to die, I think. Or maybe not. Oh, no, no, no. The restoration guy is actually attacking us a little bit more, which is not too bad. Yeah, okay. So I can move the wizard over here, which might make sense. I could do shield bash. That's not really gonna do much though, because it's already on the poison. I kind of wanna... You know what? I'm gonna do shield bash over here. Then we can just do a little bit of extra damage. Bellow could be really useful, but I mean, that's the thing. The knight is not really the problem here. The knight is absolutely fine. Like, he's full HP. The rest of the people are the issue. So it's gonna be slightly bad. Okay, let's start doing some damage to the restoration fellow. Let's move over here, and then we'll end the turn. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can focus on the knight. I'm happy for you to focus on the knight, please. Okay, so the healing, that's okay as well. Dual shot. Okay, perfect. Absolutely wonderful for us to get that right now. Also, defensive aura is going to be really useful. I'm going to go up here. We're going to get poisoned, but that is really not that big a deal, as I say. We're going to do dual shot against this guy. We really need to do something about that, and we can do some more damage here with heavy swing, and then we can follow it up with slash. However, I don't really want to do that right now, so instead we're going to do defensive aura, and then we're going to do defend, just because, and we'll do a little bit of extra damage. It doesn't even matter if I do extra damage right there, because he had armor, so yeah, not that big a deal. I'd like to get the armor swapping thing, please. Can I get the armor swapping thing? That would be perfect. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. Okay, that is fine. That is not that big a deal. Okay. I can move here. Do the shield. You know. Let's do the shield bash like so. Let's move here. Wow, that's actually some good damage. That was actually some really, really good damage. Let's do this. Buff the archer up. Let's do some damage here. Let's do a little bit of on guard, and there we have it. Okay. So the archer has 19 HP. I don't think they can actually finish her off at the moment. Oh, they just buffed themselves with massive amounts of armor, but hopefully... No, I didn't get it. Okay. Sad. But that's actually not that big a deal. Possibly. Yeah, I think it's okay. We could do this. This. There we go. Almost dead. Don't have anything else. Oh, I can actually put these... What? I can put junk? Oh, I didn't know I could put junk on the... Oh, wow. Okay, I had no idea that you could put junk on the card rack. That is an oversight on my part. Okay, that's absolutely fine, though. Okay, that guy's dead. Okay, that guy is dead. So now we are going to need to move. We are going to need to move really, really quickly. So let's do an armor swap. Let's do... I don't know what to do, actually. Let's do this. Got slash. Okay, perfect. Let's attack here. 2 turns until it's back. Oh, more armor. That's real. No, the wizard's dead. Oh, that's bad. Okay, this guy is going to die as well, but then he's going to come back. Okay. Yeah, that's not looking particularly good, is it? That is not looking good at all. Can I actually use junk? Yeah, there we go. Okay, shoot. Okay, we can do some more damage here. I guess we're just going to do this. Far shot, can't do anything about that either. Maybe I should have eliminated this guy. I mean, the other fellow's back now, which is expected, of course. I could do... Oh, I could do something really cool here, actually. Maybe. Let's do dual shot first. I want to... Oh, wait a minute. Do I want to do that first? Ah, see, now this is the problem. I want to bash this into poison, but I also want to kill the healing guy. So let's kill the healing guy. There we go. And then let's just bash... I don't think I can do this, actually. I think I'm done. I don't think I can do anything more. Sadly enough, actually. Because I think I was close, but I think the wizard dying completely messed me up. I should have made sure that he was protected much, much more. But as I say, it's a bit difficult. Yeah. Put more poison. I mean, it's got a pretty decent amount of poison. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be able to... I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this one. I mean, I don't think so. Let's just try and continue burning through these pieces of junk. So we might be able to... It's highly unlikely that I'm going to be able to finish off both of these. Yeah, as you can see, there's also now more armor coming up. And that's really, really bad. So... Yeah, I mean, literally, look at that. 21 armor. Yeah, okay. I think I am pretty much done. I don't think I can do it. So I will probably be dying now. There's not much I can do, unfortunately. This guy is moving into the poison. I mean, maybe the knight can actually finish all of them off. Highly unlikely, right? I mean, I would say it's highly unlikely. But I mean, who knows? Maybe the shield bash, maybe the amazing shield bash and the heavy swings and so on and so forth. I mean, look at how much damage he's actually capable of doing. It's pretty impressive, actually, all things considered. Yeah, they're actually taking thorns damage at the moment from him, which is hilarious. Wait a minute. Do you think I can actually do this? Junk. Get out of here, junk. Ugh. Unfortunate. Okay, let's use more junk just so that I can get rid of it on my card stack right there. Okay, are they going to continue attacking me? If they continue attacking, then Thorns is obviously going to continue dealing damage for me. They are just going to continue buffing themselves, though, and healing themselves, which is very sad. But, well, maybe we can just get rid of all these pieces of junk. Or as much as I can, at least. I don't know. Do you think I can win? I don't know. I don't know. It might be possible. I mean, you can see here, they're actually killing themselves on me right now because I have thorns. But I'm not getting any attacks, which is really, really sad. Could use on guard here. Oh, heavy swing. Ooh. Okay, wait a minute. We might actually be able to do something. Let's do heavy swing against this. Eliminate him. Boom, like so. Let's move over here. I don't have anything else. So we can... Okay, now I just need... really good card draw. I need something amazing. Okay, I got actually pretty decent cards. Nothing too bad, but I don't think it's going to be enough. As you can see, I don't think it's going to be enough from here. Because one more turn, and that guy is going to come back. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I don't think I can... Can I do it? I don't know. I mean, I'm buffing myself with power at the moment, so I am actually getting more damage over time. But it's looking increasingly unlikely at this point. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna see whether I can do this. Well, it turns out that I don't think I can actually do this. As you can see right here, I'm having some pretty big issues. I mean, I can do massive damage with the knight. As you can see, I can very easily take out one of them, but taking out all of them at the same time within 3 turns, it's not possible, especially considering they continually buff themselves and everything. And as I say, if the wizard hadn't gone down, I think I probably would have been able to do this without too many difficulties, but obviously I got him killed, you know, I got him killed, so it's not really it's not really any wonder that we have lost. And there you go. Alright, so now we get an opportunity to take a look and see exactly what kind of build we had, what kind of relics we had, and so on and so forth. And then we go back to the main menu, and you can see, oh, we're getting a bunch of new cards. Yeah, fantastic. Alright, so we get Blazing Blade. Deal 8 damage if this card gets burned. Create an identical copy in the draw pile with +2 damage. Wow. Okay, so that, in other words, means that there's a lot of different synergies you can have with burning cards. So you can burn this over and over again and just get massive amounts of damage from it, I suppose. Otherwise, you just have a bunch of other things like Conflagrate and Kindle. That sounds really good too. And you can see here, I'm actually halfway to unlocking the Guild of Shadows, and I would love to be able to do that. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And yeah, if you would like to check out Sigil of the Magi, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.